Me Pink. How are we today? Well, my today's tutorial is something which is highly requested, but for some or the other reason I just couldn't get it up. Having said that, this is only the third time that I'm trying to film this, and you know what they say, third is a charm, so hopefully this time I can get it right. Fingers crossed. Alright guys, moving on to our topic. So the topic for today is on how to conceal your dark circles, which are these bad boys here, as well as how to conceal the pigmentation, dark spot, sunspot, uneven skin tone. I feel that dark circle is something which is like a universal problem. I think anybody or everybody suffers with dark circles at some point of time in their life. So there could be many reasons for somebody to have dark circles. A few of the reasons include hereditary, yes, including many of the other things that you inherited. Dark circle is one of them, and also lack of sleep, nutrition, inadequate water intake, and also sometimes use of inferior products is also what leads to pigmentation or dark spots on your skin. So these are few of the reasons which leads to dark circles and pigmentation. So now we've already established the fact that we all get dark circles and pigmentation. So the point is, how do we conceal them? So don't worry about it guys. Today I'll be teaching you how to properly conceal your dark circles, and for the purpose of the tutorials and so that you guys can follow through easily, I have divided it into 4 easy steps, and if you follow all these 4 easy steps, you will be able to conceal your pigmentation or dark circles. And it is very simple. Anybody and everybody can do it. It's no rocket science. So let's get started. Alright guys, so let's talk about the products that we will require in order to conceal your dark circles. The first and foremost, the most important thing that you need is an orange or a salmon color concealer or a corrector. This is a cream one. These days almost all brands, or in fact most of the brands, have their orange concealer or corrector, so you can pick one of them according to your needs. What I'm using is the Kryolan Derma D34 camouflage corrector. So this is a most important thing when it comes to concealing the pigmentation or the dark circles. The next thing that you need is your foundation. You can use any foundation. It can be liquid, cream foundation, mousse foundation, whatever you like. But I'm using the Givenchy Tint Couture Balm today. And then also you need a concealer or a highlighter. I'm using the Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer. And then you need a compact powder or a setting powder. That is to set your dark circles in place. So we need your corrector, your concealer, your compact, and your foundation. These are the 4 things that you need in order to conceal your dark circles. Now let's head right into the tutorial. I've already prepped my skin. That is my cleansing, toning, and moisturizing. I always like to leave my skin with the moisturizer for at least 15 minutes before I add on any makeup to my skin. This will help my skin to absorb in all the nutrition. Also, it helps the makeup to glide on better. This is just how I do it. Now to start with, I'll be applying my primer. This will help in sticking my makeup or increase the longevity of my makeup. So I'm just applying the primer all over my face. I'm using the Benefit Professional Primer. You can use any primer according to your skin, gently pressing it into my skin. Once the primer is blended in, you will know it is no more tacky on your skin. So you can just spread and feel it that way. Alright guys, now we will be concealing our dark circle. Let me zoom in the camera. So as you can see, I have a lot of dark circles and a lot of pigmentation. I don't know if you're able to catch it on the camera, but I have a lot of pigmentation on the corners of my lips, around my nose, and then I have somehow, for some reason, my forehead is always more dark than the other rest of my face. I got a lot of tanning there. And then yes, of course, I have the lovely dark circles. Alright guys, so the first step in order to conceal your dark circle is you need to grab a salmon or a orange corrector. And then I'm going to take it on my ring finger and gently pat it on under my eye or wherever I feel there is pigmentation. You can also apply it with a brush, but I'm just applying it with my fingers. Make sure you also apply it in the corners of your eye. Especially we Indian people, we tend to have the inner corners of our eyes are very dark. This will brighten up the inner corners of your eye. What this orange corrector will do is that it will cancel out any grayness or darkness on your skin. You can see the eyes immediately become bright once I've applied the corrector. I'm also going to be applying this on the corners of my nose, because I feel I get a little more grey there, on the corners of my lips, across my lips. Now I'm going to take a concealer brush and I'm going to do spot concealing wherever I feel there is brown color marks on my face. You can do spot concealing. For example, all those acne scars which get dried out, they become brown, or in fact you have a birthmark or anything else, you can just conceal it with that. I do not have too much brown marks on my skin. Make sure guys you're not applying the orange corrector on the red areas. In case you have a fresh pimple, a red area, then we apply a green concealer or a green corrector on it. Make sure you're not applying it on the red areas because it will make it grey. So just apply it on wherever you feel you have tanning, dark circles, or you have brown spots. Alright, I get a little bit of tanning as compared to my face. My forehead is a little dark, so I like to apply a little bit of the orange one to apply on my forehead. So guys, once you've applied your orange corrector, the next step is to apply your foundation. And I'll be taking my foundation, which is the Givenchy Tint Couture Balm in shade number 5, and you can use any foundation that you like, and then you apply it all over your face. Guys, you know, I could have done this tutorial as a very mini tutorial in which I would have already applied my foundation, just showed you how to conceal your dark circles with the orange corrector. That would have been an easier way, but you know, it's very easy. It's understandable that you need to apply an orange corrector to conceal it, but how do we actually do is what I want you guys to learn, the right technique. Guys, this step is very important. How are you supposed to blend your foundation when you've already applied your concealer? Make sure you apply your foundation in a dabbing motion and not in circles. Now there's a reason for you doing it, because you've already applied the corrector below, and if you take your foundation in circles, you will be just taking the corrector on the areas where we don't want it, and also you will be just blending it out, right? So it'll be a big mess. So you don't have to do it. All you need to do is dab, especially on the areas where you've applied the corrector, any type of corrector, whether it's green corrector or orange corrector. Make sure that you're just dabbing that area and not going in circle or rubbing it. So like so. This, as you guys know, is one of my favorite foundations. I did have some acne on my neck, so that has left a few scars. I like to cover that up. So in case guys you do not have pigmentation on your face and you do not prefer applying foundation, so all you can do is just apply your corrector and apply a concealer which is one or two shades lighter than your skin tone on the top of it, and then you can just conceal your dark circles. If you do not prefer applying foundation all over your face, you can. That is a quick way of just concealing your dark circles. Just make sure that you're not applying too much of foundation under, not a very thick layer of foundation under your eyes, because you do have to apply a highlighter after this and obviously need a powder to set this up, so it should not look very cakey. Just apply a thin layer of foundation under your eyes, and then just in the dabbing motion. Once I'm done with my foundation and I'm happy with the way it looks, I'll be highlighting my under eye now. Angle. So guys, this step is optional if you want your under eye area to look more brighter. So just making a small triangle under my eye. I love this concealer. It's very nice and mattifying. So, okay, and now I will start blending it. So if you can see, my under eye area has just started to come out. It just suddenly has come forward from where it was looking very dark, right? So in gently, again in the padding motion, that is something very important for you to remember, that you need to go in padding motion, because otherwise you will be just rubbing off all the concealing that we did below and it will just look gray, and we don't want that, right? Make sure your concealer is well blended in, and there should be no defined line. You know, the transition between your foundation and the highlight area should be very seamless. It should not look like a prominent triangle. Some people prefer it, but I don't think it looks very flattering. Okay guys, now for last but not the least, the final step is to set in your under eye area. Especially because we've used all the cream products, it's very important for us to set in the area. Otherwise, you know, the foundation or the concealers, they can bleed in, or they can also form creases. So it's always good to powder the under eye area. Alright, to do that guys, I'll be using my Rimmel Stay Matt pressed powder. You can even use loose powder. So guys, before this step is very important. Make sure that there are no creases. You're happy with the under eye and there is no creases in the lines. Just make sure everything is very nice and smooth, because once you put in the powder, your under eye is set for good. There is nothing that you do will change it. I've already told you guys this before, and I'm going to be saying, I cannot emphasize enough on this point. So make sure you're happy with how your under eye is looking. There are no creases, and once you're happy with it, just swirl in, tap your powder, swirl in a little bit, and then start from the outer side and then apply it in your under eye. This is the first time I'm trying this powder. I've heard very good reviews about it, so let's see how it goes. So from out to inside, then just make sure that it is. I also like to take it on the top of my eyes since I did conceal it, so yeah. So apply it like on your T-zone or wherever you feel you're a bit oily, so you can apply it there. Alright guys, with this we come to the end of the video. I hope you guys found this tutorial to be helpful, and if you did, make sure you leave in a comment and let me know. And if there are any other questions, or if you're still confused about something, please leave in a comment. I will try to answer them to the best of my capabilities. Also, let me know any other tutorial that you guys would like to see. Alright, if you're new to my channel, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, make sure you do hit the subscribe button. It's free. Alright guys, till next time. Bye-bye!